Hello and welcome to MugiwaraJM streams. Spyro the Dragon, 100% completion. I think this is going to be the finale. So, as it currently stands, well, last time I left you guys off last week before I went to vacation, I was stuck on treetops. I was trying to figure out how to get the last of the gems. And I didn't want to do that level again for you guys because I don't want to waste any more time because I can't stream tomorrow because I got work. I went and got all the gems because you guys saw me finish the level, so that counts. So as you can see, I'm on the pause menu. I have treetops done, and I didn't do anything else. So before we start, check the chat for a straw poll. I have a brand new straw poll because starting next week, I am changing up how I do the streams from now on. I will be streaming on Mondays for the backlog stream, so it'll be more Spyro. If I finish Spyro 1 tonight, knock on wood, I will start Spyro 2 on Monday. But Tuesday is going to be what's going to be called the backlog stream, where I stream a game from my library that I have not touched or finished yet. And I'm currently letting you guys decide what I'm going to do first. The poll right now I have is: do you guys want me to see? Let me start over. Do you guys want to see Bayonetta, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Beyond Good and Evil, or Resident Evil 5? I have the straw poll in the chat for you guys right now. If you don't see the poll, ask me about it again. Actually, let me change the title of the game so I can remind people about the okay, well, I'll just let that come back. So while I'm waiting for this to get started, I'll just get this started. Actually, I should just leave the level because I'm done. All right, I should probably turn the volume down. Just give me another minute. I gotta make another. I have to make a quick text message and make sure I posted about the stream and my other outlets. Alright, so last I left off, I was stuck on treetops, and I got all the gems and the dragons, as you can see. If you missed that, there. So now I'm going to go fight the boss of this area. I'm feeling pretty strong about finishing Spyro 1 tonight. And then Monday I'll start Spyro 2. And Tuesdays, I've mentioned before, the winner will be decided by the straw poll that is currently in the chat. So, all I have left after this, I just have, this is the end of the Beastmaker's world, and I just have Dreamweaver's and Nasty's world. Nasty's world only has like 3 levels, counting the boss fight, and there's also the Nasty's loot, which is the completion bonus where you can just get just a ton of treasure and just goof around. I'm gonna do that too. And then I get, like, I think it's 102%. Alright, before I fight Metalhead, I'm gonna make sure I get all the gems here, because, well, as you know, it's a 100% run.
This big robot is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt its power supply.
Sorry, I just have to check something again. Where's that little hole at where I can get at the bottom and just, there's an area where I can get down there. Oh yeah, that's right there. Maybe I'm going through it. Oh, that was a miscalculation. Not exactly where I wanted to be, but that's where the boss is, so I'll worry about him later, like at the gems. And that's how I get up there. Ah. Wait, is there life down here? No, it's up there. Hey, Copy, what's going on? I'm back from vacation. How about you? That's wonderful to hear. I'm happy. Ugh. I am confident I will finish Spyro 3 tonight. I'm sorry, Spyro 1. Why do they say Spyro 3? Shit. Yeah, I did finish Crash Team Racing. I didn't do a villain run though. I regret not saying so, but there really is no special reason to like play the game all the way through as either hero or villain, so I just kind of left it to the wayside. So I figured I would just leave that go for a while, because I'm all crashed out, minus the Insane Trilogy, which I did start my playthrough of. It's on the YouTube page. It's on Super Bonus Round. The first episode went up today, and I'm gonna have. All right, so my co-host Rich and I recorded all of Crash 1 of the Crash Insane Trilogy, and episodes of that are gonna go up every day on the channel. And the first episode went up this afternoon, my time. So 12 p.m. Eastern every day is going to be Crash Insane Trilogy episodes on my main channel, Super Bonus Round on YouTube. He'll be over to record in a few weeks, so we'll do Crash 2, and then I think we'll just go from there, and then Crash 3. So for those of you wondering if I'm going to play the Insane Trilogy, I already recorded Crash 1. It's just going to go up, episodes are going to go up daily on Super Bonus Round on YouTube. As for CTR, I'll come back to CTR. I'll come back to CTR and do the 100% run when I feel like there's, when I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing for my backlog. No, my retrospective streams on Mondays. Probably after I finish Spyro, because I don't know what I'm gonna do for my Monday streams after the Spyro trilogy is done. Actually, you know what? I haven't finished the original Crash 3. I'll have to go back to that. And I made no progress the last stream because I was super tired. So I'm not gonna post the archive of that on YouTube. I'll just, and I didn't save either. So. Yeah, I think what I'll do is after. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. After I'm done the Spyro trilogy, which I will 100% all three of them, and that's what I'm going for tonight with one, I will go back to Crash 3 and CTR and 100% those, and then I'll put, in the meantime, while I'm doing all of that, I'll put it to a vote what backlog game I'll do. I mean, retrospective game I'll do next. Speaking of polls. I posted a poll in the chat. I don't know if you can see it, copy. I'm putting it to a vote. What I'm going to be doing on my Tuesday streams, because I'm changing up how I'm streaming from now on. I don't know if I mentioned this last 2 weeks ago before I went on vacation, but from now on, Mondays are going to be the retrospective, which is where my Spyro playthroughs are going to go, and Tuesdays are going to be a backlog stream where I play a game I have either never played or never finished that is currently sitting in my library right now. So the straw poll for right now is Bayonetta, the Wii U version, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Beyond Good and Evil, or Resident Evil 5. Right now, Bayonetta is winning, but Metal Gear is very close. And I think Beyond Good and Evil is not far behind. I think they're all apart from each other. Like, Bayonetta has 5 votes, Metal Gear has 4, and Beyond Good and Evil has 3. And Resident Evil, nobody voted for. I might save that for Halloween, because what I'm planning on doing is when October comes around, I'm gonna do horror games. It's like I'll probably do like all stuff that's in my backlog. I might do one of the Resident Evils again. I'm not sure, but Halloween's a long ways away, and I'm kind of focusing on what I want to do for the YouTube channel for that. As for Halloween streams, I'll figure that out. I'll just play whatever I don't play on the channel. So yeah, the straw poll should be in the chat copy. Can you see it? If not, I'll post it for you again. Actually, just for everybody that's here, I'm gonna post the straw poll again. All right, good. So it's a good thing you said so, because that was right when I posted it. So it's Bayonetta, Beyond Good and Evil, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, or Resident Evil 5. Bayonetta's currently winning, but it's not winning by terribly much. You guys could easily tip the scales, and I'll announce the winner, I think, Monday. I'm not streaming tomorrow because I have work, but I'll be back next Tuesday, and that'll be when I do whatever the winner is, and I'll start that. Monday, I'm going to do Spyro 2, if I can finish Spyro 1 tonight. I might go a little bit longer so I can get it done. I'm finishing up Dreamweavers tonight. Oh, shoot, I have the key, right? Yeah, so I can go get that, giant, chest. Sorry, it's just, I was on vacation for a week. It's been a while since I've streamed. Beyond Good and Evil, it has a chance, so thanks for voting for that. I have never played Beyond Good and Evil. I may need help for that one because I kind of got lost when I first played it. But I'd be more than happy, but you guys have to vote. Whatever wins, wins. I'm trying to figure out where the rest of my gems is. Eliminate the impossible. Go up to the front and make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. But I needed the break because work was getting harder and I was just getting a lot more stressed. So it was perfect. I got myself a tan, which started out as sunburn. Last Monday, I did not bother putting on sunscreen at all, and I got burned everywhere. But thankfully, my family had like aloe lotion on hand, and I applied that shit liberally, and I was able to turn my sunburn into a good tan. Funny thing is, I actually got a Fitbit for my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was wearing my Fitbit at the beach, so I have a tan line in the shape of it now. So that's my punishment for not putting sunscreen on. But no, I have a great tan on that. I'm very happy with that. Oh, I just found the gems. Thank you, clipping through the wall. They are up there. No. I know how to do this. But now, beyond that, dumbass, why didn't you think to go out here? Or did I go out here? I don't remember. Well, I never went this far. I went go-karting, because there's a go-kart place not too far from where we stayed. We went mini golfing, got some beach in, and the last day I ate like a king at this really cool, this really great seafood restaurant. I had like 3 plates full of crabs. It was so nice to finally have crab legs again. Alright, so that's Beastmakers. The Beastmakers world is done. I'm not even a half hour into the stream. Let's double check on that. Yeah, we can get to Dreamweavers now. The last full hub world. Wow, that was quick. I barely had a chance to patch that leak. Jump in the balloon, I'll show you the Dreamweavers world. Yep. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty refreshed. I got plenty of energy. I'm not as tired as I was when I came back from Anime Next. And what's funny is right as soon as I came all the way up from Outer Banks and came back home, Rich and I got together. He stayed overnight. We recorded most of Insane Trilogy. But I got stuck on the Jaws of Darkness level. But then the next morning, because he stayed overnight, we got through it. And then we recorded more Kingdom Hearts, more Red Dead Redemption. And yeah, at the last hour, we put a little bit of Metroid Prime in. Because we're doing a Siphon Filter playthrough. But we want to give that a break, because that game is giving us a lot of trouble. So we wanted to play something different. And I figured Metroid Prime would be the best one, because I want to do a retrospective of that series before 4 comes out. And I've only beaten the first one. I remember starting the second one, but I never got past it, and I never played 3. So when the Siphon Filter episodes on my channel run their course, there's 20 of them, so there's only 2 left that haven't aired yet. then Metroid Prime will take its place. And this Sunday, I'm going to be getting together with John to do more Bully Scholarship Edition and Breath of the Wild. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale if we can fit that in. Alright, I have to manually get those guys. So what I'll do is at the top of the hour, I'll check the poll again. I don't want to see what the results are just yet. I will take a look at the results and see what's winning. My usual crew's not here. I guess they're probably busy with stuff because probably forgot that I streamed because I was gone for a whole week. And that just as an added reminder, I am not streaming tomorrow night because I have work. I get off at the time I normally stream, and I don't know if you guys would want a late stream. And I'd probably be too tired anyway. After work is very hard for doing any kind of recording or streaming for me. That's usually where my body just wants to relax, and I just sit in my chair, and I either play a game silently to myself, or I edit, which I have a shit ton of to do. As soon as I am done this stream, I have to edit an entire series run through of Insane Trilogy for Crash 1 anyway. I started Crash 2 on my own. We haven't recorded anything for it yet, but I pretty much went through Insane Trilogy Crash 1 blind. I played like the first 2 levels as a warm-up before we started recording, but after that I went in blind. As for my general, if you guys want to know my impressions on it so far, for the most part, I am very, very happy with the Insane Trilogy. Most of my gripes are some of the music's not all that great, or as catchy as it used to be. That's a subjective thing. But my main problem is the controls are a little weird. Like Crash is like the impact after Crash lands on jumping. It's a little bugged because for whatever reason the impacts, like if you jump in place, you'll slowly get pushed off.
I'll be done when I've toasted that nasty Nork.
I actually retweeted a post by Ding Dong, one of the Oni Plays guys. He made a little short video about what's wrong with the jumping impact in Insane Trilogy, and it perfectly explains in very, very little time, in very few words, what's exactly wrong with the landing in Insane Trilogy. Beyond that, the game is great. I'm very happy, and here's hoping that it sells well, and we can either get a CTR remaster or a Spyro remaster. My bets are on a CTR remaster. Rich disagrees with me on that, but the way I see it, they got the assets already. Their mind is still fresh in Crash mode. So like they have the character models, all they have to do is just repurpose it, program a new engine, of course, and then go from there. Because with Spyro, they'd have to start completely from scratch if they don't have the mesh for these levels, which I'm pretty sure they could get. I'm sure Insomniac has the old files. But starting from something from the ground up would be like really hard. But they'd probably have to start from the ground up for CTR as well. But like they have the character model, so that'd be a little bit easier. I don't know. I am no expert on game design, but from an animation standpoint, I'd be like, well, yeah, you've got the character models already. You got something. Yeah, I want all of them remastered, but I think I'm trying to think from a logistical standpoint what Activision would want to do next. And because they already have some of the resources they would need already, they could do that. Plus, what they could do is some of the characters that weren't playable in CTR that are in the Insane Trilogy, like they could make Koala Kong playable, or Tawna playable. They could just make extra characters, because why not? Flesh out the roster with all that time. The CTR, as great as it was, had a really small roster. They could make it bigger if they wanted.
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Bash, I don't know if they would do, because that wasn't a Naughty Dog game, and I would love a remaster of Bash too, but the demand for CTR is beyond high. Like it's even like Spyro's got pretty big demand, but on every comment thread and every post about Insane Trilogy, all I see there's always at least 5 or 6 people saying remaster CTR, remaster CTR. But that's just my take. Alright, I need to go back to that cannon. Yeah, you can tell I'm pretty refreshed after my vacation because I'm a lot more talkative. I'm lax, but I'm talkative. That's what I want to be for these streams. It'll be a little less lax on my backlog because I have to pay attention and really figure out what the hell I'm doing because I'm playing an all new game. But for stuff like retrospectives with Spyro, especially Spyro, because Spyro is so relaxing for me. This is nice. This is what as much as I loved vacation, I miss streaming for you guys. So it's nice to finally be back doing that. And I should not have turned there. Alright, I have just a little bit more, some more gems. What was it, half? Nah, just above half. So what am I missing? Oh, right up here. No! Oh, I do have an extra life, so okay. Still not cool, but... So I'm just missing 10 now. God, what could the last 10 be? Well, that's really gonna help things. Oh god, this could be anywhere. I don't think I've been out here yet. No, I have. You know what, I'll tell you guys what, if I don't finish Spyro 1 by by 10 o'clock Eastern tonight, I'll go another hour for Spyro, because Spyro's not like Crash where I just get frustrated trying to find all the gems and all that. Spyro's a lot easier. I see myself getting to like Nork's world, and then it should be a piece of cake from there. But I don't know. We're not even at 9 o'clock yet, so. I'm missing 10 gems. I'm trying to remember where they are. Let me go over to that area one more time, see if I'm not. Oh, you know what? I know where they are. Unless, wait, was I over there already? Yeah, there they are. Oh no! Yeah, shit. Well, now I know where they are, so I can start a level. So I have to kill all these guys again. Yeah, if they ever did a remaster of the Spyro trilogy, I really hope they nail the personality and the enemy deaths, because there's something charming about how nonsense cartoony they are. Like the large one who goes like, "Boo!" The anticipation when he goes up and then he just like plops down. Like they have to really nail that, I think, or else it's gonna be like a mixed bag. Because like they did mess that up kind of in the Insane trilogy, like in the Hog Wild levels, like they messed up the timing of the Hog Wild song, like because like the song starts while it crashes, like looking towards the camera and doing the little eyebrow raise, and then the real song starts when he's on the hog. But the song starts after you jump on the hog now, which it's sad because the song was written for that timing and they didn't use it. Hey, sorry about that, guys. I had a bandwidth issue, so that messed it up. You guys hear me all right now? That was odd. That like almost never happens. Alright, so I'm going to start another flight. I'll just start over. I didn't know you could jump out after you sank. Fuck. Killing time. So that's all the chests. No! Get back here, get back, get back, get back. Just start over. This one's always tricky. you guys hear me okay? I don't know if the mic turned on when I turned the stream back on. I restarted. Good, thank you. Yeah, that was weird. I was not. That like never happens. I never have bandwidth issues. Now Elgato was telling me there was low bandwidth. I don't get it. I like I said quite a few times now. That never happens. I think I've only had that once before this, but like it's like a rarity. All right, so okay, so I got a flight done. I'll just go in order. Okay, I'm trying to remember which one this one is. Not this one.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, sorry if I went quiet. I was, and I'm sucking right now. I was reading an important message. So that's something I got going on Saturday. Oh shit. Oh, actually, no, that's a good thing. I can get down here. Look at all those mushrooms. That out of my way. Not my attention to, but
You know, I think you just might be the dragon to defeat Nasty Nork.
That's me, all right.
I guess I have to take this message after all. Hold on, guys. I'll be real quick. Alright, good. I'm back. Yeah, that was a really important matter, so I had to take that. Nothing serious. It's just something I had to respond to like right away. How do I get to you? No, I fell too far. Oh well. There you are. Yeah, I think there's something I missed over here. Yeah! I was wondering where this area was. The row of dogs. I guess they're dogs? I don't actually know. Oh, would you turn the lights off? Or on, actually. Ah! God, I'm low on lives. Look at this treasure trove of crap. Over there. Okay.
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate being trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one who's gonna be trapped is him.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. They just run out of things to say after a while. Ah, here we go. That should be the last of the gems here. I didn't think so. Well, it's a shame this game doesn't have the gem locator that Spyro 2 and 3 does. It's the only thing that's hard about this game. I'm gonna check that area I was just in one more time. Probably some off in a corner I didn't see. I'm at a loss for where these damn things will be, but I'm gonna keep trying. Beginning of the level? No. Aha! The beginning of the level has the ones I was missing. Excelente. Yeah, another important message, sorry. Alright, I'm gonna do that last because it's the boss. So... yeah, I was hoping I'd be done with this by now, but... ooh, Lofty Castle. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one I was thinking of. I hate this level. I was thinking of Enchanted Towers or Lofty Towers. Yeah, and this level has massive frame rate drops. It's like happening like really bad on this level.
Fairies are always on your
His name is Mudana. That's awesome. Wait, let me. Is it really Mudana?
Fairies are always on your side.
If you don't get that, that's a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing. It's like Mudana. I'm a fucking weeb. I'm sorry. So for the uninitiated, Muda is Japanese for useless, and one of the primary villains, Dio, says it a lot, especially in prominently in Stardust Crusaders when he's using his rapid fire punches. He says Muda da da da. But I've heard Muda used like when he just says useless. I'm sorry, so that just made me really laugh. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I should laugh more. If you want to hear me laugh more, definitely check out the YouTube channel. Oh my god. One of the Siphon Filter episodes, I laugh like a goddamn hyena because I forget what Siphon Filter episode is called, but the title of the episode is called Please Don't Kill Me. I react like... There's a line of bad voice acting in that game from one of the characters, Jonathan Fagan, who's being held hostage. I like to piss off Rich by calling him Pahagan, by pronouncing his name phonetically. He's the guy they had to play that character. He was either directed poorly or he was a terrible actor. And the way he said "Don't kill me" it sounded so unenthused. I lost my mind. Hey, great to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? I'm great. I just got back from vacation. I got a tan, which was a sunburn, and I'm well rested and I've got plenty of energy. Hey, did you vote in my straw poll for the streams yet? Because I know I posted it on Facebook a lot. I don't know if you voted on it yet. Did you? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the one with the where I'm letting you guys vote on which games I play for my backlog streams. I do have another poll I'm going to do for you guys after the backlog one's done. It's a bit related to my YouTube. I'll let that one. I'll start that one after this one's done, though. Yeah, it's the one where I'm letting you guys decide what I do on Tuesdays. Oh, for anyone that's joined, since after I talked about it already, please vote in the straw polls to decide what I'm going to do on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are going to be my backlog nights, where I play a game that's in my library that I have never played or finished, and the nominees are Beyond Good and Evil, Bayonetta, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and Resident Evil 5. Last I checked, Bayonetta is winning, with Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker not behind by 1 point, and Beyond Good and Evil's behind by a point behind that. So, Greatest Saiyaman, if you haven't checked that out and voted, please do. And everybody else as well. It's neck and neck, almost, between all three, besides Resident Evil, which has no votes. Yeah. Please vote if you haven't. It's very, very close between the three. It could go either way. I would love to be surprised and think one that I'm not is
Spyro.
I'd be pleasantly surprised if Beyond Good and Evil won, but
New places.
Bayonetta is looking like the clear winner.
See where it takes.
I've made Twitch stream videos for the Super Bonus Round channel already. Oh hey Danielle, what's going on? You finally joined. An hour in, but hey, better late than never. Try this way. What was the point of that? Hi Danielle, how are you? I know I spoke to you earlier, but how's it going? The island code at the First World Hub? What are you talking about? If there's like a password or something that you can use in here, I don't know about it because I don't think I've ever used passwords in Spyro. I don't know what the hell that thing is supposed to be. That is one of the ugliest enemies I've ever seen in this game series. Like, it's like a chicken, duck, platypus, devil thing. It's so gross. Like, me trying to figure out what the hell it is what's makes it so gross. And it croaks like a frog. Like that's this mismatch of animals that I can't... It's like a weird chimera ugly thing. Oh yeah, that! Where you jump on all the platforms and get the flight. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that when I started several weeks ago. Because I actually started streaming Spyro on my birthday. Because if you want to do 100%, you have to do that. I forgot about that. Yeah, I would agree. It's not really a password. It's more of a secret. They don't really hint at it at all. Alright, while it's still on my mind, that poll I was mentioned, if you haven't voted in the poll, check the chat. I have a straw poll for you guys. That's the backlog one. If you have not voted on that one, please vote on that one. That will decide what I start streaming on Tuesday. I might announce the winner on Monday night stream. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I have work. That should be all of them. Boom. Actually, you know what? It's past the top of the hour. I should check the results. Ooh, Bayonetta and Beyond Good and Evil are neck and neck, guys. They're tied. Oh, did you just vote? Oh, man. You probably tipped the scales even further. Unless you're the vote that tied it. Yeah, you tied it. So Bayonetta and Beyond Good and Evil are tied. I really thought Bayonetta was going to be the winner, but Copy and I guess Copy and Greatest Saiyaman tied it up. So if you're in the chat and you haven't voted yet, please do. You'll tie it up. You'll undo the tie if you vote for Beyond Good and Evil or Bayonetta. But if you vote for Peace Walker, I wouldn't say it's a complete lost cause, but there'll still be that tie. What I'll do is if by Monday night, the end of the stream, if it is still tied, I'll do a coin flip. Oh, wait, there's a level right here. Yeah, Haunted Towers. That's the level I like. I hate Lofty Castle. Ooh, fireworks have started. I just heard some in the background. Yeah, they're going off. So if you hear them, apologize. My country's being very patriotic. They chose to do so during a stream and a night early. Yeah, so if any of my American United States viewers will definitely understand where I'm coming from, because they're probably going off where you guys are too. Super flame again.
Hey, Spyro, all dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss. See what it can do to your power of flame.
There goes the joke. I had 69 dragons, and now I got 70. Oh well. I know it was too easy. Crucify me for me that for that all you like. Someone else. If it wasn't gonna be me, it was gonna be somebody else. Solar Tiger, what's up, my man? Thank you for joining the stream, and thank you for all the love you've been showing me on Twitter. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I hear you. I start work tomorrow, and unfortunately, no stream tomorrow because I get off when I would normally start a stream. So, well, depending on my mood after work, I might do one anyway. I might do Overwatch. Well, thank you very much. By the way, did you vote on my poll yet? I'm very sorry if I keep bringing that up, guys, but I really want to break that tie. I'll just put it in the chat. Yeah, check, make sure you did, because Bayonetta and Beyond Good and Evil are tied now. I will not check the results till the end of the hour. I don't want to know. If it ties by next week's stream, I will do a coin flip. And fireworks continue to go off, so I apologize, guys. But it is what it is. July 4th is tomorrow. Okay, so you did vote. So, all right, I'll try to promote the poll as much as I can after tonight's stream is over, via the channels and my personal Facebook, because I know people that would really be interested in voting. Yeah, you did. So happy happy very late Canada Day to you, and happy 4th of July to all of my American viewers. Come on. Yes. How many levels do I have left? Oh. I could finish before the end of the hour, but I will go over if I have to. So I just have Jacques and the 3 levels in Nasty's World, and I will do the Nasty's Loot one too, because that counts for the percentage.
Hold your horns! Here comes Spyro!
Ready for Crash? I already started playing Crash.
You'll soon have the opportunity to
The first episode of the Insane Trilogy for my channel went up this morning. Rich and I have already finished recording for Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy. We did it. We did most of it in one night. Gave up on Jaws of Darkness, and then finished it yesterday morning. And he's gonna be over again in weekend after this coming weekend, and Then we'll do Crash 2, maybe 3 if we find time. So yeah. So if you are a subscriber to the Super Bonus Round channel, Insane Trilogy episodes are going to go up every day concurrent with the regular series. So Bully will still get its weekly upload, Zelda will still get its weekly upload, Kingdom Hearts will still get its upload, and Red Dead Redemption as well. So, but Insane Trilogy is going up first because it's a brand new series. Want to promote that. Hey, CG8205. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I love these games too. It is actually... I've mentioned this before to you guys, but for our new viewers, I have this little weird, but maybe not to you guys, weird tradition where every summer I like to replay the Spyro trilogy, and I'm new to Twitch, I figured I'd bring that tradition to my Twitch streams. If you guys want, maybe next year I'll do this again, and the year after that, depending on what I got going on. So, like, Spyro 1 I like to do in June, but since I was on vacation, I couldn't finish it in time, but I'm finishing it tonight. July, I do Spyro 2, and August, I do Spyro 3. It's a little weird tradition, but I don't know. There's like a nice, relaxing vibe to Spyro that reminds me of summer that I really enjoy. So that's why I do that. Yeah, I would love if we got a remaster of Spyro, but I'm positive that if Activision does any more remasters, CTR is gonna be next, because they already have all the model assets for the Crash characters done, and possibly a lot of the environment. So they just have to rework the engine. They've got the characters done. They can just launch off from there. Plus, how many comments per thread do you see about demanding a CTR remaster in every Insane Trilogy post do you see? I say on average about 6 per post. Oh, if they do a Spyro remaster, well, that depends on when it comes out. I'd love to do streams for those, but they might be better suited for my YouTube channel. Hey man, it's not for everybody. I would love to do, I would love if they did it. If they don't, I won't be upset. Because I would be upset if they did a version where they just butchered the music, but I was worried because they didn't bring Josh Mansell back for the Insane Trilogy, but they did a pretty decent job, for the most part, getting the music right. I wasn't happy with some of the remixes, but the Cortex boss fight theme from 3 is my favorite track in the entire franchise, and they kicked ass with that one. But hey man, to each their own. I know remasters aren't for everybody, and I definitely see the argument for it being like a cheap cash in on an old product that's already been made. But I say the Insane Trilogy is an exception because they had to make it from the ground up. Oh no! Well, at least I didn't die. Yeah, I'll go a little bit over. I'll do it at most another hour over. I normally go till 10, guys, but I'll go another hour so I can get a Spyro 1 done. Because on Tuesday I want to move on to Spyro 2. Monday. I'm going to move on to Spyro 2. And Spyro 2 will be a lot easier because they have the gem locator ability for sparks. Ah! My favorite Spyro? 3, obviously. But it's the most polished one. Oh, of course. Could just use the Super Flame. I wasted a whole life. Now, Spyro 3, I think, is where they really fine-tune all the kinks in Spyro 1 and 2. They introduced new playable characters. I want to say it had the best music, but I think Spyro 2 had a lot more of the catchy tracks. But I think the soundtracks on all three are really good. Like the tracks in 1 are a lot more lax and atmospheric. 2 and 3 have some more bombastic tracks that they're good, but like they feel different in tone to compared to the first one. Yeah, I'm with Solar Tiger. The Crash, like, I wouldn't even call the Insane Trilogy a remaster. Like, they made those games from the ground up. The only thing from the original trilogy that they really used was the meshes for the level. So, like, they had like the framework, but they remade everything from scratch. And they didn't try to rewrite the dialogue or add like new dialogue to like. They kept the dialogue and all the cutscenes and everything exactly the same. They just added more personality. Like the original Crash games had personality, but with the possibilities of current technology, they gave it even more personality that wasn't possible. That's stuff I like. Like adding things to like make things better, like actually better, is stuff I can get behind. Not changing it for the sake of. They can never replace the originals, although I don't think I'll ever go back to the original Crash 1 because that game is a pain in the ass to play. But I'm enjoying it. I have a playthrough of that on my YouTube channel right now. It's Super Bonus Round on YouTube. Episode 1 just went up this morning, and they will go up every day, along with my regular uploads. I have Bully on Mondays. Breath of the Wild on Wednesdays, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on Tuesdays, Red Dead Redemption on Thursdays, and sometimes I do Siphon Filter on Fridays. But Siphon Filter is going to be replaced with a new series in a few weeks. I was going to keep it a secret, but I think I mentioned it already. I'm recording I recorded the first 3 episodes of a playthrough of the original Metroid Prime on that'll take Siphon Filter's place, because we're going to give Siphon Filter a bit of a hiatus. Oh, the skyboxes in Spyro are beautiful. As I was saying about Siphon Filter, I personally love the game, but I love it to a fault. The difficulty is just nonsensical, and I like Siphon Filter 2 way more. The missions were a lot more fun. The story was a lot more interesting. Siphon Filter 1 is just insanely hard. Oh, the music of Spyro is my absolute favorite thing about it. Like, dude, there is no soundtrack in any game or anything that sounds like Spyro's music. Alright, now I need to quit fooling around and find out where all these gems are. I think that what I have left is, I think what I'm missing is in the beginning of the level. Ooh, another extra life. I could use that. Man, that's like your opinion, man. I personally think Spyro has a lot more... I think they're both equally good in their own right. I personally prefer Spyro's music. I can listen to Spyro's music in absolutely any mood and it will cheer me up. Crash's music, I love it, but I don't know if I'd want to listen to it all the time. But because like when I was in college, I actually still have it. I had a playlist where I just took atmospheric and soothing songs from like anime, movies, cartoons, and video games, and it would just keep me in a concentrated mood. And the entire Spyro soundtrack is one of those songs that I would put on there, because I don't know, it's just something about it like puts me in a good mood, regardless of the tone of the song. Oh, I don't blame you for having that bias. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles was my first game, and I have a strong bias for that. But Crash and Spyro were among my earliest childhood memories, so I have favoritism towards them too. I know the question was for Solar Tiger, but if you want to know what my favorite Crash is, I'm Gotta to go with an easy one. I'd say 3. 2 is the better game overall because it has the nice even balance of challenge and fun and polish. 3 is great because the music and level design is interesting, but it's a bit too easy. Like 2 still has that level of challenge even as an adult. 3 I can wipe through 3 in a few hours and not break a sweat. That being said, the relics in 3 are very hard, though. Where the hell am I missing these gems at? This is a 100% run, and I'm not leaving until I get all the gems. God, it's almost half an hour till I end the stream, and I'm not even out of Dreamweavers yet. Like, I'm gonna go over. Wrath of Cortex. I don't mind Wrath of Cortex, but it's flawed as hell. Like the animation's like really bad. Some of the music's really uninspired. I do like that they added crunch though. I thought that was an interesting idea to have a rival to Crash, and they added extra elemental mass to as bosses. But I don't know. It's a pretty mixed bag. Not nearly as bad as the Titan saga. For me, the last good Crash before Insane Trilogy was Twinsanity. Like Twinsanity, like through and through, despite its glaring issues, was a great game. I'd love to do that on Twitch for you guys too. Actually, you know what? When I finish the 100% completion of Crash 3 and CTR, I might do Twinsanity next. Because that's a game I've really been wanting to revisit. Oh, the Secret Star. That's right. Thank you, Solar Tiger. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright, this stream's not ending until I, Okay, so it's not that one. Stream's not ending until I finish Spyro 1. All the way through. Including Nasty's loot. I can beat this no problem. Shock is going to be a pain in the ass, though. Like, the levels in Nasty's world are, fairly simple. Wait a minute. Oh no! Yeah, I saw your message, Seller. I like that when you get a direct message from somebody that it's highlighted in color. And it's highlighted in my favorite, red, so that was great. Let's see if I know how to do this. I think this is it. Yeah, thank you, Solar.
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work.
Thanks. That's all I gotta say. Let me save. Oh boy. Better get up there before they wake them all up. And I think this is where I get the permanent one, right? Oh, if you want to provide help, you can. I have a rule against help just like I prefer to ask for help, but like if I'm like easily stuck, like if it's easy to see that I'm stuck doing something, feel free to chime in. Just remember rule number 1: be kind, courteous, and civil to one another. So you can help out, just don't be a dick. And your help is appreciated. Thank you. I would have been running in circles without you, man. So I don't feel too bad. Let's see what else I'm missing. Oh, they're really setting those fireworks off now. Yeah, this is the permanent one. Alright, what else am I missing? Oh, right, yes, this thing. Excellent. Yeah, the chest. I was looking for the word. I'm sorry. Ooh. What was that count again? 10,000. Yay. Now let's go fight Jacques. Ugh. I'm here a lot later than I would have liked, but no big deal. It's gonna get done. I got plenty of energy. Okay, here's a fun little fact for you. Stuart Copeland had like a best of compilation of his music, and he actually included the track for this level on one of those soundtracks, but he titled it something else. He didn't title it the name of the level. So yeah, Stuart Copeland seems to fondly remember his work on these games if he has at least one track from the Spyro games on his on like a best of compilation. Yeah, I definitely agree with that one, Solar. The level itself is much more of a pain in the ass than the actual bosses. The boss fight is just whatever. Yeah, the bosses in this this game are not too interesting. They're way more fun in 2 and 3. Although I do like that, like the bosses had. What I like about the Spyro 1 bosses is that they have a whole level dedicated to themselves. Where, in 2 and 3, it's just a boss where you find them. Ah. Another reason why I want to remaster these games is because of the low polygonal models and the weird vertices animation. I want to see what these things look like these enemies in the games really fleshed out. But because of the limited animation, they look pretty abstract. I kind of want to see a reinterpretation of what these enemies look like. Because the low polygons leave a lot to the imagination. Like the designs would be a lot more polished out. I would like to believe they would be. Where's the control for that one? Yeah. I think we're gonna get a CTR remaster first, though. Just based on the idea that they have all the character assets first. They have the character assets for the Crash characters first. Like most of the playable characters that are in CTR, like they have models ready to go. They just have to repurpose them. Hell, I would love it if they like made like the characters that didn't end up become playable. Like have Koala Kong in there. Have Pinstripe's playable. I'm sorry. Yeah, Koala Kong didn't come back as a playable character. That would be cool. Have another heavyweight in there. Embryo would be neat. Oh, and making Oxide actually playable would be nice too. Oh, and since it's gonna be a racing game, leaderboards and online play. Come on, man. Alright, I know I'm not done. Am I? No. I mean, I'll still have a life if CTR is not remastered. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up what you're saying. You'll have no life if CTR is remastered. Oh, I get you. Like, as in, like, you won't do anything else but play it. I hear you, brother. I would probably play that game non-stop and try to get all the trophies for that as well. I'm probably going to end up doing that for the Insane Trilogy as well. Like, I'm going to beat it, and then I'm going to try and get all the relics for those the levels, especially the first two games, because I'm interested to see just how hard those would be. One of my friends is currently killing himself over it. Not literally, like, but you know what I mean. Oh good, I found it. Online leaderboards, extra characters if possible. Like, definitely make Oxide playable, because that was a big pain in the ass and a disappointment to learn that he wasn't playable. And then getting Penta Penguin. Like, Penta Penguin's a great character, because I heard, like, she's fast as shit or something. But who's another character from the trilogy that wasn't playable? You know, be really, like, it would be interesting as if they had Rillaru playable. Have we seen Rillaru since Bash? Was he in that scene in Twinsanity where they were all gathered up for Crash's little birthday party in that scene? Oh, how you know it'd be cool is if like they dug into the Nitro Kart series, Nitro Kart game, and got characters from that, like Emperor Velo, Entranced. Oh, they should put Crunch in too. I don't know, just dumbass ideas. I think realistically they would like put like Koala Kong, Oxide, and Brio maybe. Oh wow, Penta Penguin has perfect stats. Holy shit, no wonder. Alright, I've been holding it. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Fuck. Thank you. This is what I hate most, when I'm only missing 1 or 2 left. So yeah, with less than 15 minutes left to go, I am going to go over. This is the end of Dreamweavers, and there's like 3 levels, plus the extra one. Aha, there they are. So yeah, not gonna take me that long. I don't think I'll go over too long. Oh, I almost made a mistake. In fact, I should have gone this way. Well, I mean, it's not the most friendly place. I would imagine so, since it's called Nasty's World. Oh boy, we're here. Now, one thing that does bother me about this area is, like, you can't... If you complete the level 100% or not, you just get to the end of the level and you choose exit level. It does the mouths won't open because it does not count it as completed unless you exit the regular way. I hate that. So I gotta remember to exit the level the regular way instead of doing the pause menu exit.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro, and you are the dragon who must defeat him.
Bring 'em on! I'm ready!
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Nork himself.
Alright, so there's Nork Cove, Twilight Harbor, I think, the boss fight, and Nasty's loot. Nork Cove, I think this is the one where they throw the barrels at you. I love this episode. I'm sorry. Sorry, level. Yes, I love this. Is my favorite level in all of Spyro 1. As a kid, I used to have so much fun knocking those barrels into people. You can say whatever your favorite level is. I like Wizard's Peak too, but mostly because it has the Amanda Show theme as its level theme. Wait, is he wearing a wife beater or a bra? Because he's wearing a wife beater, because that does not fit him. I also still don't, I actually really should go without saying that I really do not like that name for that type of shirt. Yeah, let me see if I can see that again. Oh no, it didn't work. Yeah, is that... It looks like a bra. Or it could just be a very small wife beater. Ugh. Okay.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Nork boots if I were him.
He's like, whatever, boys. Yeah, this level is relatively easy. I've noticed that the Nork levels are relatively easy. This Twilight Harbor is all right, and then it's just the boss fight with Nasty, and then his loot. There's probably like a barrel I have to knock. Yeah, that one. Just an FYI for anyone that's not been paying attention, I am going over my usual 10 o'clock time. This is the last 4 levels of the game, counting this one. Yeah, it's a very specific term for like a white tank top. Like there's tank tops, but wife beater is like a specifically white tank top that's normally worn like some guy just wears it leisurely in the house. It's like usually the stereotype that it's worn by people that like beat their wives, of course. And like they just sit on the couch, drink beer. Don't do anything, and they just yell and scream, shit like that. It became synonymous with that because of, as Greatest Sandman said, the show Cops. People on that show were frequently wearing those when arrested. I don't think Cops was the cause of the stereotype, but it helped perpetuate it, if nothing else. I love that. How did you not get hit?
Wow. I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe!
Ah, I see what they did there. You cheeky bastards, I caught that. He said, I gotta believe, which is like a reference to Parappa the Rapper, which is another PS1 classic. I gotta believe is Parappa's catchphrase. And the way he said it was exactly how he says it. I gotta believe! That's a game I should plan to stream, because that game is balls-ass hard, but short. I got the remastered version they put out last year. I don't have the key yet. There's the key. Hey, Sibo, welcome back. I'm back from vacation. So you're not late. I am going to be going over for, because I'm almost done Spyro 1. I'm going to go until the game's over, and that, which is fairly soon. This is the last hub world. Fuck! Oh, really? Then again, the checkpoints are the dragons, and I hadn't gotten the dragons since that one. I'm playing the Insane Trilogy on my YouTube channel. The first episode went up this morning, episode 2 will be out tomorrow, so on and so forth. Because I thought about doing a Twitch stream, but my co-host Rich wanted to do it with me, so we're doing it for the we're doing it for the YouTube channel. So if you want to see that after the stream, go to Super Bonus Rounds on YouTube, and episode 1 will be right there. And tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time, episode 2 will be out, along with my other regular series. So if you guys are not subscribed to me yet on YouTube, I have a MugiwaraJM channel, but it's just for my cartoons, and maybe in the future I'll put my Twitch streams that aren't related to the channel there. But Super Bonus Round is my gaming channel, where I and at least one other person play games, usually games that at least one person out of the 2 of us have never played before. It just started the Insane Trilogy today, or the upload started going up today. Bully Scholarship Edition, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Red Dead Redemption, and Siphon Filter. The Insane Trilogy is great. I'm very happy with it. I have some issues with some of the controls, like Ding Dong from Oni Plays. He retweeted it. He posted a tweet. I retweeted it on Twitter. He made a short little video explaining in pretty brief but pretty good detail about what's wrong with the jumps. Like, Crash falls way sooner than he used to in his falling animation when he's coming down from a fall, and also the collision physics for when Crash comes down is a little wonky. So, because like the platform he lands on will like push him slightly to the side. If you watch the video that I retweeted on Twitter from Ding Dong, he posted it. Yeah, I started Kingdom Hearts Final Mix playthrough about a couple weeks ago. Episode 6 of that's coming out tomorrow. Crash 2 I just started. Nope, real problems yet. So far I'm liking it. I think I thought I was gonna say I was gonna start playing it after I was done tonight, because I have a shit ton of editing to do. Because Rich and I completely finished Crash 1 for the Insane Trilogy yesterday, and that's all recorded. I just have to edit it and put it on the channel. Then we also recorded more Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Red Dead Redemption, which before this playthrough I never played, and we wanted to do some Siphon Filter. We wanted to give that a break, but we're giving Siphon Filter a break. In its place, we're doing Metroid Prime, the Wii version, which I never played. I played the GameCube version because I want to do a run through of the Metroid Prime series before 4 comes out. And if Nintendo's right, it's going to come out in 2018. That's not a whole lot of time. I'm missing 10 more gems. Oh, you know what? I think I know where it is. There was that chest that I had to knock a barrel into. That way back where. I've seen playthroughs of 2 and 3, but I have to judge for myself because visually and audio-wise, it sounds great. But what matters is the gameplay, and I didn't notice any issues till I started playing it. Oh, did I get that already? Shit. So where is the remaining? I have 10 gems left. Oh, for once again, for my regular viewers, I am not ending the stream now. I am going till Spyro is done. This is the second to last level, not counting the nasty boss, the final boss, and this super bonus rounds, which is what I named my channel after. Yeah, it plays fine beyond the collision issues. That's something they can easily patch out, though, if enough people let them know about it. Some of the lighting is still weird, but I can forgive it. Again, it's all stuff that can be patched out if they really wanted to. Fundamentally, it's good. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna backtrack. Yeah, I haven't gotten to any of the vehicle levels. Oh, there's one very obvious error that I saw in other playthroughs from Let's Players, and I encountered myself. You guys will see in tomorrow's episode of Insane Trilogy. One of the jumps in Hog Wild is there's a weird hitbox that you keep hitting. Like if you clearly jump over the hog, I mean the hog on the spit, but it kills you anyway. Like you've made the jump, but it still gets you. Oh, the motorcycle controls in warps are always bad. So if they're bad here, then that's attention to detail in the worst way, if you ask me. That's something they should have fixed. But hey, laid the groundwork for remaster, CTR. So I won't fault it too much. But no, those motorcycle levels are shit. It's Hog Wild. Whole Hog, I never had that problem. That never happened in Hog Wild. Whole Hog. Hog Wild, it's the last spit roast boar jump. Watch tomorrow's episode of Insane Trilogy on my YouTube channel. I get it on the second try, but the first try you will see it. Like I clearly jump over it and it kills me anyway. Yeah, Area 51's no joke. And the cops are coming towards you instead of back and forth. How many am I missing? 10? Yeah. Oh, duh, you moron. It's right here. Sorry, I was talking to myself, not you guys. Oh no, I did it again. I did the thing I said I wouldn't do. Fuck. So now I have to complete the level again. Because this game, at least the Nork levels, do not count it as done unless you exit the right way. Alright, now that I'm not worried about gems, I can blaze through. See some speedrun skills here. Ugh. Forget I said anything. Have I played Wrath of Cortex? Yes, not on the Twitch channel yet. I actually don't have a copy of it yet at the moment. I had a copy of it when I was younger, but I sold it. I actually kept my eyes open for the remaining Crash games at Anime Next, so I can get them for the channel. But there were no Crash or Spyro games at any of the game vendors. Otherwise, I would have picked it up. The controls in the Saints Trilogy feel just like the they feel just like regular Crash, except with the issue of the arc of the jump feeling like, okay, like he falls straight down instead of floating for the, like his jump arc is slightly faster, and the collision physics don't work as well as they should. Like when instead of falling, like landing, when you land, you shift to the side a little bit, and it pushes you off ledges sometimes. Well, it could be like it's the same studio, but like it's probably not the same people and not the same director. I'd be very surprised to find out if it is, but I highly doubt it is. Okay, don't let me do that again, guys. Do not let me exit via the pause menu. I have to exit via the return home platform, or else the game for whatever reason does not count it. Twilight Harbor. Here's another good one. They can easily patch that out. Just fix the collision when he falls. And maybe not make the animation so fast, because like they can make changes to animation frame counts and all that. That's not super hard, and I've seen patches for games like Smash Brothers and Overwatch do stuff like that.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, Solar Tiger actually reminded me of, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's like a kind of a sort of meme going around right now where people, because there was that one, there was that one gaming journalist that compared Crash Bandicoot and Insane Trilogy to Dark Souls, and now people were letting him have it for it. So now they're like making all kinds of Crash Bandicoot Dark Souls jokes. It's like, dude, if 9-year-olds in the 90s can beat Crash, so can you. Don't be a baby. Dark Souls is not comparable to Crash. Yeah, they probably will do that because there is DLC. There is the DLC for the cut levels. I mean, what the hell else would that be? Like, it's very specifically like the lot. Like, I know Stormy Ascent was one of them. What was the other? What were the other cut levels from 1? I only remember Stormy Ascent. And I hate, if you guys remember from my streams of Crash 1 2 months ago, I hate Slippery Climb, and I am not ready for Stormy Ascent. Yeah, we don't live in that era anymore, guys.
Be on the lookout for Nort Commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Good answer, Spyro. That's why I like you. I hate these rainbow guys. We'll call them the North Berets. Well, how much you want to bet that that's not like a developer thing, but like a publisher thing now? Like they have a tight schedule, and that's just the way of, like, you know, appeasing the director and the publisher. Like, you know, letting things be patched out later. Because like they have, whether you guys realize it or not, when you work in production, you have deadlines that have to be met. And unless, like, the company decides to delay that, you have to follow a deadline. That's something I wish people understood. It's not right, but it's not inherently on the developer. Like, oh, we'll just do it whenever. When the publisher wants it done, the publisher wants it done. I'm speaking from somebody who. As somebody who, for college, had to make a animated short for his final thesis, shit happens. You have to get it done by the deadline. So you gotta cut corners where you can if you have to. It doesn't always work out in your favor, and things always go wrong, but that's what happens. You can get on the publishers for it, but don't, like, say, like, oh, the devs were lazy. Like, they probably did not have the time. And patches, you know, grant them the freedom of, like, okay, so if it's something we can patch out after the game's gone gold or something, we'll put it as a day one patch. Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom, I think, could have been a great game if they spent another year on it. But they did not. They pushed it out, and they tried to compete with Smash Brothers. So not only was the game bad, it came out on a big release day with with a direct opponent. Or it came around the time of Smash, but even so, was still a bad idea. I think there was a day one patch for Crash Insane Trilogy. I just didn't read the notes. Oh shit, wait. Not yet. Sonic 06 was more than a disappointment, Greatest Saiyan Man. Way more than a disappointment. It's a travesty. I feel like I can finish this before 11. If not, I'll continue. Shit. Yeah. There's a sadistic part of me, or masochistic part of me, I should say, that really wants to play that on my YouTube channel. Because I want to see how much of it I can take. I mean, if I can... Well, I didn't exactly get through Larry Boy and the Bad Apple, but I did it. And it's one of my highest rated videos on my channel. It would be fun. How can anybody praise Sonic 06? Like, even from a story standpoint, it's just like, yeah, graphically it's alright, but the gameplay is indefendable. Undefendable? I don't know. Impossible to defend, I'm gonna go with. I'll only do it if I find a copy for cheap or if someone donates one copy to me. That's the only way I'll do it. If I find it cheap, which is impossible, and if someone donates it to me. Alright, that is going to do it for this level. And I almost made the mistake of exiting via the pause menu. I cannot do that in this world. Yes, I think buying it was worth it. Because, success or failure, you're letting Activision know that you want the Crash franchise to be alive and well. I can't speak for its sales, but critically it's doing well. If not amazing, then pretty good, which is that should tell Activision something. So yeah, if we get more remasters or new games out of this, then I say it was well worth it. I don't regret buying it at all. I'm happy with my purchase. It's Crash Bandicoot on the PS4. Alright, let's go kick Nasty Nork's ass. And then, oh, I should change the title because it actually is the finale. This boss fight was lame. I think we're gonna get a CTR remake because they've been bombarded with that question forever, and I think they're seriously looking into it. Spyro remaster. Wait till Skylanders is dead. I think. 'Cause I don't care what Activision said today. Skylanders is not selling well. I work retail, and none of the Skylanders shit sells anymore. And I know I'm only like I'm only in one place, but like everywhere I go, it's the same stuff. The only thing I've seen sell is like the Crash and Cortex pack. Those sell pretty okay, but no, I think Skylanders is going to go away with Disney Infinity. But Activision is just going to wait it out longer than Disney did. Part of why Disney Infinity's folded so quickly is because Disney Interactive was folding period too. So that's just part of it. Skylanders is probably going to hold out because they were the catalysts to the revival of Toys to Life near-field communication as a business model. But nah, they're not long. Amiibo are going to stick around for sure because those things sell like hotcakes. Or at least they used to when scalpers were a thing. Yes, I use the cash register for math. I don't do it on my own unless the customer asks, "Oh, what's this with sales tax?" I'm like, why don't you do it? No, I don't do that. I'll do it for him on my calculator. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, good. I missed one. No, get back here! Boom!
You're toast, Mort.
I was gonna say something snarky, but he did it for me.
Sorry I took so long. I kind of forgot about you.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been here for over an hour, 2 hours.
Is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well,
Well, not really. We never really had a monarchy to begin with.
What will you do now?
And that guy just kicked the sheep. Don't think I didn't see that. Yay, thank you. I'm gonna let the credits play, and I'm gonna do the Nork's loot level, and then I'm done for the night. And then Monday, you guys will see Spyro 2. I think it's 102. I don't remember. Oh, so it is 101%. What game is 102? Is that Crash? Oh, well, congratulations on beating Crash Team Racing 100%. I'm gonna go back to Crash 3 and CTR eventually. I mentioned to Copy earlier in the stream, who I think is actually, he might have gone to bed for the night, unless you're still here, man. When I'm done my Spyro summer retrospective, I'm going to finish Crash 3 and CTR for my retrospective nights, which are Mondays. And Tuesday. Alright. It's been a hot minute since I've checked the straw poll. So let me see what's winning. Bayonetta's winning, guys. Bayonetta is winning the backlog stream. So if you have not voted on my straw poll yet for what Tuesday night streams are going to be, please check the straw poll I just put in the chat now. A few Norks, but no sheep. Bayonetta is currently winning. Beyond Good and Evil still has a bit of a chance if it gets 2 more votes, and Metal Gear Peace Walker does not have one very much. Resident Evil 5 does not have a chance.
So, what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard, but the gate will not open until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you...
Good night, Sibo.
100%.
Which I have done. Let me save. So yeah, I put the straw poll in the chat for you guys. Bayonetta and Beyond Good and Evil continue to fight for the top spot. It's changed every time I looked at it. Alright, let's get Nasty's loot done and I'm going to call it a night. Ooh, that massive frame drop though. Is it really 2,000 gems? I don't keep count. Man, the frame rate really drops when you hit the peak. Like when you hit the limit before you unlock another key, the frame rate goes like way down. It's really abysmal. Ah, not this shithead again. I hate this. Let me get these first. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the soundtrack to this level reminds me of the piano theme that they used in Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the Peanuts theme. I'm talking about the intro theme from Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. For some reason, it sounds like it. It's the same melody. It sounds like. I don't know why. I should compare them. Yeah, that does get me thinking now that once I'm done with the Spyro trilogy, summer will be pretty much close to over, and then I'm cooking up some stuff for Halloween for both the Twitch channel and YouTube. I might give you guys some insider information. What I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing Halloween playthroughs, either all the month of Halloween, or just like that last week, or like maybe the last 13 days of the month. And for the Twitch channel, I'm gonna do like some horror games in my backlog, and maybe some. Well, I don't have too many horror games in my retrospectives, but so what I'll probably do is I'll put another straw poll out as we get closer. Actually, you know what? In August, I'll put out the straw poll for what I'm going to do for Halloween. If you got... Actually, you know what? Why don't I ask you guys right now? Do you think I should do, on the YouTube channel, Halloween episodes all 31 days of the month? Just the last 13, and like the 13 days of Halloween, which ABC Family used to do? Or should I just do that last week? That's what the Game Grumps do, but I really want to avoid being compared to them, so I don't want to do that if I can avoid that. What do you guys think? As for the channel, I'd probably do Halloween streams all month, and then maybe Halloween day, if I'm not at a friend's house or working, I'll do a Halloween stream. Well, all 31 wouldn't be terrible. Like, well, if you, I record in like sessions. Like I record in like 4 or 6 hour sessions with Jonathan and Rich. So we're not gonna do like we're gonna do like more than like I'd say about 3 or 4 games. So like, and like every episode on my channel is about either between 10 to 20, 25 minutes. So. You can get a good 4 or 8 episodes in one day, so it wouldn't be difficult. My only hang up would be would people get bored of Halloween by that point? I'd have to look at a calendar and see what kind of day the last 13 days start on, because if it starts like on a weekday or something, then the last 13 days of Halloween, I mean October. Nah, that sounds about fair. I'll ask around, but that might be what I do. 13 days of Halloween. Oh, and you gotta have your spooky puns for Halloween. Super bonus round will temporarily become the spooky bones round. I know, corny as shit, but corny Halloween puns are all part of the spirit of Halloween, so it had to be done. Danielle, did you just pop in thinking you were paying attention again? Corny Halloween puns. Why would... What? porny Halloween puns? Yeah. Do you know any porny Halloween puns? Let me know. Oh, I said corny Halloween puns. Corn is in like on the cob. Doi. But no, I was asking you guys if you guys want to see if you think the last 13 days of Halloween October should be the Spooky Bones rounds episodes, or if it should be the whole month, or if it should just be the last week. The last week, that's what the Game Grumps do. I'm not going to do that. I like to start my Halloween festivities pretty early. So yeah, I think the last 13 days is what we're going to do. I'd have to see how that would work though, because Rich and I were talking about doing Resident Evil 2. I've never played Resident Evil. I've tried to play Resident Evil 2, but the tank controls piss me off. I'm sure it's a fine game, but I hate those controls. John wants to do Tattletale because he loves how pissed off that it makes me. I like the game in the attention to detail that it really nails how annoying fucking Furbies are. I hate Furbies, and the Tattletale like perfectly encapsulates everything I hated about Furbies. And he thinks they're adorable. Yes, I do have a bone to pick with you. And I'm still working on what I want to do for the intro. I might have Anthony, my college roommate, and the composer of the Super Bonus Round theme song. He might be doing a Halloween theme. I kind of wanted to do a parody of the opening spiel from the Haunted Mansion, but I think that would make the intro too long. So what I might do is I might do like a reversed haunted version of that and speed it up and put that in the background. I wrote and recorded something already. Like I don't know if you guys have ever been on the Haunted Mansion ride in Walt Disney World, but the opening spiel before you get on is when how does it go? When hinges squeak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls. Wherever candlelights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. I did a dumbass video game version when cords tug on wireless controllers, and strange and frightening sounds echo throughout the system. When the power on the system is off. I forgot how it went. I did something stupid like that, and that's what I did for it. All right, thanks, Solar Tiger. No, I hear you. I gotta do my editing when I'm done too. Have a great night, man. I'll be done soon anyway, so you're not gonna miss much. I hear you, brother. So don't worry about it. Have a good night. I'll be on Monday for Spyro 2. You've been great. Thank you for talking to me again, and I'll see you then. I'm just kind of flying around aimlessly talking about Halloween. Alright, where the fuck is the key? Yeah, this should not take as long as it has. I gotta find that key. Or wait, was there one of the egg thieves here? Yeah, there is, I shot one of them down. I'm trying to figure out where the other one is. It's starting to get on my nerves now. No, there he is. That's what I was missing. Yay. You can if you're far enough behind him. That should be all of it. Boom.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Ganasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Nasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say, for every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Nasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh.
Stop insulting the ass guy. Stop insulting that guy. Alright, so that was Spyro 1. 101% done. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do not forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at MugiwaraJM. And don't forget about Super Bonus Round. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I have the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy series going up daily now. Crash 1 we've already recorded, so every day, along with the regular uploads, and along with Crash Insane Trilogy for Crash 1, we have Bully Scholarship Edition, which had an episode go up today, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which has an episode go up tomorrow, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which goes up on Wednesdays, and Red Dead Redemption, which goes up on Thursdays. We also have Siphon Filter, which is going to be going on break after the next 2 episodes, and then after that, we've got Metroid Prime coming. So until then, be sure to follow me on MugiwaraJM and Super Bonus Round on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And there's no stream tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, if I'm feeling like it, I will probably stream Overwatch or something. But I think I'm going to be knee-deep in editing tomorrow. So I will see you guys again on Monday at 8 for Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. And for the last time tonight, I'm posting the straw poll for the Tuesday streams. What do you guys want to see me play for my backlog streams, where I play something I've never played before that's on my that's in my library? Do you want to see Bayonetta? Do you want to see Beyond Good and Evil, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, or Resident Evil 5? So far, Bayonetta's winning. So vote on that, and I will announce the winner at the end of Monday's stream on next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I've had a great time. I'm feeling refreshed, but I gotta go do some editing for Super Bonus Round. So have a good night, guys, and thank you once again. See y'all later.